Hello guys, it's pretty late now, about midnight, but I thought that some people who are international might be up, and I just wanted to share this before I go on to finishing up here. Um, this is the other small one I showed you last time, the little small little pin cushion that I had. I was preparing. Let me see if I could change the view so you could actually see it a little better. There we go. There we go. That's what it looks like here. Excuse all the mess you see everywhere. There, that's better. Anyway, this is the one I'm making. I've just finished, and the other one, the tall one, is already done. I'll explain that one in a little while. So this one was very fun to make, and it is made with this. I found this for 50 cents at the secondhand store, and I washed it up, and now I'm using it for my project, and I was planning to make two of them. So this is how this one came out, and it just progressed. I chose this fabric to use, and I wanted to bring out more of the darker pinks and the greens. I love greens, and I used this fabric. I sewed this mesh. There you go. I don't know how many people up are this late, but you can see it tomorrow if you're not up. And then down here, what I did was I used, where is it? Thought I had some more here because I was thinking about using the same lace again. I don't see it, but I used a lace, a white lace, and then I actually added these on there because it's underneath, so it could be a little, I wanted it to be a little bit brighter, and I wanted to show through. Good morning from the Netherlands. Oh, somebody is up. I thought maybe international might be up at midnight. I'll probably be here for about 15-20 minutes. I was just wanted to show you how this project is going, and in the back you can see the other cupcakes I had made. And this customer that I'm making these for, she likes different styles, and that's what you see. You'll see the ones I made a few weeks ago, and then this one right here. I really like the way this looks. Let's see if I can get a better view right now. At work, Irma? Ah, oh, but you can see how that looks better. See that? Isn't that gorgeous? I really like how it came out. Um, I used the a mesh lace that I gathered, and then underneath I put some doilies on the bottom, some doilies down here, and then I put flowers, and then at the last minute I thought of adding some here on this lace that I had placed on there. And I had this lace in my shop. I don't know if I still have it there, but there, that one's all done, and the pink ones are, those I showed you the last time. And this one is kind of very unique and different. Can you see how it came out? And my customer, she just loves all kinds of things, and I know that she loves it. Actually, she saw photos of it already, so um her photo. But so the bottom that I showed you earlier, or the top that I used, and then I went from there and I added that fringe, this tassel. I actually started carrying that in my shop. I have it in pink. This is the ivoryish cream, and then I think I got a lavender recently. And then I put that one I showed you last time in there, and then I kind of toned it down by adding one more layer of the fringe on top of it, and then placing these here and up here along the edge. I placed this beautiful shiny trim. Let's see if it gets shiny. It's night here, but my light doesn't look too bad. So you should be able to see that. So it's very unusual and different. My daughter said she thought it looked kind of Middle Eastern, but you know me, I just mix styles, and I do things, and that's what I'm doing. So the next one I'm going to work on will be, I chose this fabric right here, and it's going to be a little more peach. See that fabric? And I haven't decided exactly all the laces, but I'm thinking about putting this lace around the bottom, kind of like the underlace that I put there. Let me see if this stays up. I gotta tilt this up again. There we go. Because it won't. There we go. There we go. Oh, you just, I think. There we go. Okay. And let's see, let me show you what I was thinking. I just steamed this piece of doily, this large doily. I actually picked this up recently at a secondhand store I was at, and they had 2 doilies for $1 or $2 or something like that. And so I steamed it, and I think I'm going to place it over like this, and it will hang much like this one. That's what I was thinking of doing, and then leaving the doily and letting some of the colors peek out. And I was thinking of using these at the bottom, these flowers that I on the bottom, kind of like I put those flowers, and maybe a doily also. I don't know for sure, but I just thought I'd come very quickly and just show you some of the things I already finished, because I know that I'm going to put them aside, and once they're off my table I won't bring them back. I got to finish this one up here, and that's it really. I just wanted to really quickly what I'm doing. Let's see how long I've been on. I've been on for 6 minutes. Oh, let me show you one more thing here. This is a trim I was thinking of using with this one. Oh, there it is. So it's got a little bit of peach to it. So I was thinking about bringing out the peach piece. So maybe it'll go here, something like, kind of like I put one around the ridge. And this wasn't that hard to make. I did my ball, and I did make it pretty big, and I did trim it, and I'm gonna stick. I stuffed it a little bit more. And when you are making these, you just have to think about you know, how high you want it. So you put enough in there, because I showed you a little bit of how I do it last time. And I did on this one, I took off the rubber band and I wrapped it with this, with the string. And what I've been doing is I will go around my glass and put a good quality glue, like I put the E6000, and then I squish it in, you know, the way I want it. And I'll go around and just put a little hot glue so that it'll keep it still, so that the glue gun will, you know, keep it still. So the when the E6000 or the fabric tack dries, then it'll be in there permanently. And then when you almost always, if you put it, you can actually just put a lace just along the edge, any lace that you desire, that you have in your stock, you put it around. And I put it around the edge of the glass, and then I ended up like using the ridge here. See, I put it actually on the ridge, this last embellishment of mine. So for this one, I was going to probably put this one underneath, just because it's a little, this color, this is a little bit, matches the color better. The one I used, that one was more white. So I was just matching the colors, and I have just brought out a couple of things that I might use, and maybe I'll take some, at least take photos of this one if I don't come back on next time. So there's not very, I don't know if anybody's there. You can comment if you have any questions, because I'm not going to stay on very long. Let me see. And I still have different tassels. I might use a tassel like underneath before I put this on. Another one of my tassel laces. I think probably not the long one like this one, but probably one of my others. And again, you'll see the finished one on this one on Facebook. So I think I'll stay on maybe another 5 minutes or so, and I will get some of those tassels so you can see what I plan to do. Here they are. So here they are. Look at them. So I was thinking of using this one, but I'm not sure. Let's see which one looks better in the height. So if I put this first, oh, you think that the stem of the glass should show? Yeah, that basically you can. I I might do that with this one. I might leave the stem more and just put the flowers without covering up so much. I'll think about that as I'm putting these on. So I was thinking of putting this with maybe this over, but I'm not sure. I usually start it, see what it looks like, and then I make my decisions. So at the moment, I'll show you how I actually attach this to this. So I'll go around, and you can either use fabric tack, which my fabric tack's getting pretty low. I saw a lot of videos. Oh, I forgot to show you these. So I joined a Boho group on Facebook recently, and they're very inspiring. They've been making these Boho beads, and what I did is I made a version of the boho bead, but I made it in a hat pin because I happen to have these really large pins. I don't know, these ones are, how long these are. Let me measure it. These are, I don't know, about 5-6 inches long, but they're very thick. And when I got them, I didn't realize how thick they were. And I just got the bright idea after because one of the things I struggle with is any of the beads I have are all too narrow and they don't fit inside these big needles. But I got the idea from boho beads. They make boho beads. But what I did is I just wrapped a piece of fabric first. I put a couple of beads here. Then I wrapped fabric, and then I put some trims. You can see that. See if it focuses. Yeah. Come on, focus. Well, there you go. And these are mostly glass beads that I used on that. And so it's just a mixture. It's supposed to go in this one. I'm going to send these to my customer. And so that's the boho bead part here. And like I said, used it as in a hat pin. Most of the ones they're using, they're making them with either wire or different things, the beads, and wrapping them on a straw. This one I wrapped directly on the needle and directly on the pin. I forgot to show that to you. So, and that goes in this cushion, or it can go in the other cushion that I gave her. So I thought she would like those. So that was that. I didn't want to forget that before I go off. But so on this one right here, what I did was I go and once I have it ready, oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll go around and sometimes I'll use the E6000. Sometimes I'll use the like I said, the fabric tack. And right now the E6000 actually is working better than my fabric tack. My fabric tack's pretty low. I got to take a trip to Hobby Lobby and get myself some more and actually put a little bit of acetone inside my thing. So I'll do that. And then make sure that this fits and it's ready the way you want it before you actually put it in, because then it will stick. And then I just stick it in there as far down as I want. And now the glue will hit the edges of that. And then I will take my hot glue gun and I push it to the side here. I put some glue and then I let it go, and you'll see that it'll start. I'll go to the opposite side. I gotta check again, make sure that this is the right height I want it. And I did want this one to be sticking out a little more than that one. And you put a little hot glue, and that actually holds it. And you can put it all the way around if you want, or you can just put it in a couple of spots, because that fabric, the E6000 will dry there. So it's up to you how much you put, really. So that's all I did. And for me, it's because I want this to stay on. I don't want it to be coming off. And my customer lives in Arizona where it gets really hot, and so I'm always worried that the hot glue is not enough. So that's why I kind of put also the fabric tack. But if you're comfortable, and that's that I use my good quality glue. I don't use the glue that's I use a strong glue. So that's very simple. And so now I'm going to work on putting this one over like this, and then see what I end up doing, because I might I think I'm just going to put a ribbon or a string around it first, and then I can decide if I'm going to, I'll probably put something on that ridge. I'm going to have to look around. Oh wait, I do have this. I could put a layer of this first. So maybe I should put this first, or I could run it through. So I'm going to have to experiment. I think it might work if I put, so each one that I do, I felt like I had to decide what order to put things in and do some trial and error. So if I put this on right now, before I put on the top doily, let me do a test. And the doily comes down, and that will probably show right through. So I think I'm going to do that. Okay, well, that was it. I wanted to be on here for 15-20 minutes or so and just show you where I was at. And those people who, yes, I thought about weaving it through the doily. Let me check and see if that works actually, to weave it through the doily. Well, maybe I should have left it longer than that, huh? But that's how like I said, I just kind of experiment about things. I'm going to make it longer because I feel like I could leave it a bow if I want, if I leave it long. So I'm glad at least one person who's international was here to see me just for a few minutes as I make my decisions on my piece. Let's see. So when I do something like this, I'll do it, and then if it doesn't work, I'll just put it through another hole. So right now I think that this is the hole that it needs to go through, but I could be wrong and I could adjust it again. And after doing my first one, these were not too hard to do, and I can find these types of I can find these types of glasses, or I guess they're kind of like a dessert type thing. I can find them almost anywhere in my area in the thrift stores. So I don't like how that's working. I was thinking that it might be too open. I'm thinking I need to go through one more, or put it through here too, huh? Oops, I'm talking to myself. So I think I need to also put it through this hole. So let's start over. So this is Liz with Crafty Devotion. I hope you're inspired to make your own beautiful things. And this is just a way of me being able to share with you when I don't have time to really do much. And just remember, those of you who go to my shop, that I will be out of town the first week of February, and you'll see that my shop hat will change the shipping date. It'll take it out to a week, or maybe 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks probably, because I think that's the option on Etsy. And then when I get back from my firstborn's wedding, then I will ship any orders that I get. I just shipped some orders this morning actually, and that's what I'll do. I hope you're inspired to give it a try. I'm doing different ways just for myself. Oh yeah, my son. Yes, he's my firstborn. I just, it's like, I can't believe it sometimes. I'm like, man, my baby. All our children are always babies to us, I guess. But it's kind of nice because I feel like I see how my husband and we have to take care of each other, in different ways, and I know that his wife will take care of him too, and he'll take care of her. So I don't know. I think this might work. Better in that one where I took in that other. So that doesn't look bad. Look at that. See, and then I can tie it there, and as I tie it there, I can add more on top of it, and then I'll decide if I need to add more lace or add more color. And I may leave the glass open a little more like you suggested there. I'll see. I will see what I do. So this is Liz with Crafty Devotion. I will talk to you guys next time. 20 minutes sufficient time, even though I could keep on talking all day. So we'll see how I end up working on this one. Goodbye, everyone.